I believe the San Diego Chargers can put the ball in the end zone once they get into the red zone versus the Washington Redskins by utilizing quick hitters in a running game. And I'll show you how they can do this. Now, in this play, we're going to put both Danny Woodhead and Ryan Matthews in the backfield at the same time. Big fan of two-back set. This is a unique play is designed to hit it quick and try to get a big play in the running game. And what we're not going to do in this play, we're not going to block the outside linebackers. I'm going to tell you why. One, we're going to work the tight end up to try to get that strong safety block. We're going to try to work the slot guy up to get the free safety block. They're going to be held by the motion. They're going to be held outside by the motion, or what we're going to do in the backfield. So now everyone else is base blocking. Tackle, blocking the 5 technique. Guard working up to get the backer. Guard working up to get the backer. Center is taking care of the nose. Tackle is taking care of this 5 technique. Receivers obviously blocking that corner here. Now, this is where the action is going to take place and why it's going to hold those outside linebackers. We're attacking this A gap. It's a quick trap, and we're trying to get Danny Woodhead the football. I think he's a lot quicker, much quicker than Ryan Matthews. We're going to have him running here, and we're going to bring Danny Woodhead running here. Phillip Rivers opens out, hands the ball off right here. It gives the illusion it's an old wing T play, an old cross buck play to hold these linebackers in place because they don't know who has the football, Ryan Matthews or Danny Woodhead. And by the time they realize who has it, hopefully Danny Woodhead is in the end zone, tossing the football back to the referee, because this is a play that could work in the red zone because it's a quick hitter and it takes advantage of an over-aggressive defense. The one play the Redskins will see a lot in the running game is the counter play, and I'm going to show you how they can defense this play versus the Chargers this weekend. Let me step out the way and explain how they can play better defense versus San Diego this week. And what you see here, out of the I formation, your basic counter set, and what we're going to ask these guys to do to better defense this play, we're going to ask the sandbacker, his job is to reverse this block and fence. Try to seal the edge on the backside of the play and try to squeeze that tight end down, trying to wash this line, create a pile up here up front. Now on the outside backer, his job is to spill this running back to the outside where his held defender is, spill, and if this guy the guy that's coming around trying to kick him out, if he tries to cut block you want to fall out and create a pile up at the line of scrimmage, thus bundling and screwing up what they're doing in the back end, so that way, again, your help can make the play. Now the defensive end, his job, he's a B-gap player. He has to fight hard to occupy this B-gap and do a great job there. Now, what you want this middle linebacker to do, his job is to come over the nose and not get blocked by this play side guard that's coming in to try to block him. Has to fight hard to get over this block. And also, you want your outside linebacker, your inside backer as well, your will backer, his job is to take a jab step in the direction, full flow, recognize the counter, and then come over top of your outside backer to try to make a play right here in the alley or in the hole. And here's your alley defender. Now, obviously, your safety is your force defender. His job is to force it back inside to where this weak side linebacker is going to make the play. And your free safety's job is to play for the cutback. So that's how they can better defense this play. And also the nose tackle's job is to not get pushed back into the linebacker. So that's how the Redskins can have some success this week versus the Chargers, because they're going to see this counter play more often than not. If they can defend it, they can do a great job in slowing down the running game. I like the Chargers in this ball game. I see a team that has gotten better defensively over the last couple of weeks. And when you look at what they do well offensively, they do a great job of playing with balance, and that's tough for any defense to defend. Now, the biggest X factor in this game will be between the Chargers front seven being able to apply pressure versus that Redskins offensive line in pass pro. That's where they're struggling. That's why the passing game is not what it was last year. It's not due to RG3. It's due to the fact that they can't protect him in the pocket. So I like the Chargers to go on the road and knock off the Redskins. The Minnesota Vikings will have to be able to hit plays in the passing game this week versus the Dallas Cowboys, and it doesn't matter whom the quarterback is going to be. Christian Ponder, Josh Freeman, Matt Castle, they have to move the ball through the air in order to be successful. Now here's the play. They can come to the line of scrimmage with 2 reads in one play, 2 simple reads, giving the quarterback the freedom to go either way, and also giving these guys the ability to move the football with the passing game. Show you right here. Let's say they go empty, and let's describe what empty is. This is a double tight end set with no backs. So you have a tight end here, and we're going to put a tight end at the top of the bunch. We're going to put Jerome Simpson here, Cordero Patterson, who should be playing a lot more than what he is now. Put him right here as well. He's one of your built-in reads, and we also have Greg Jennings on the outside. Now, Ponder, Castle, Freeman will be reading the inside backer to the trip side in this play. And what we're trying to do is make him make a decision so that way we have the play we're gonna call. 9 times out of 10, what you're gonna see if this guy either drops in coverage or if he's blitzing, we have it covered. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna send Greg Jennings on either a hitch or a go, depending on how this cornerback plays. So that's what we're doing here. We're clearing out space on the backside. Now, what we have the tight end coming in, he's running what we call a box route. He's gonna come in and come right into the box, right over the center. And that's why it's important to read this inside linebacker, because what we're gonna have on the front side with the tight end working up and attacking the middle of the field. Now, versus man, he's gonna keep running. Versus zone, he's gonna break. So versus man, he keeps running. Versus zone, he's gonna break into this void right here in the middle of the field. We're gonna have the receiver stem up and get outside, try to clear out space, hopefully getting this cornerback to turn his back so he can run, because what we have here is Cordero Patterson running the whip route, boom, coming out. So now you see where it's important to read this backer. If this guy sits here, then Ponder or Castle or Freeman knows he can go here with the football. If this guy flees out this way, you have the box route coming in behind it. If he sees this whip route going and he wants to vacate as well to make a play, you already know you have the box route coming inside, replacing where he just left. So that's how they can have success with 2 simple reads in one play versus the Dallas Cowboys in the passing game. The Dallas Cowboys have to be able to get pressure this week versus the Minnesota Vikings, and it has to come from the interior. Both A and B gaps have to get attacked in order to get Christian Ponder, Josh Freeman, or Matt Castle on the ground. So what I'm going to show you is a blitz that's going to look like 3 sky or cover 1, but it's really a strong safety blitz, cover 0, which means nobody's going to be back deep, man coverage, and we know the Cowboys love to do that. First of all, you see the defensive tackle, the strong side defensive tackle, lined up in a flexed 4 technique. So he's off the line of scrimmage, head up on the guard. But we're going to show you where all the pressure is coming from. And the reason why it has that sky look, because you have the strong safety in the box as a pseudo linebacker. So cover 0, manned up on the outside. No safety is going to be back deep, because we're going to walk this free safety over, and he's going to be manned up on the tight end. Now, the pressure has to come from within. But right off the bat, we have the strong side backer contained blitzing on the outside. We have this guy pushing through contained, because we're bringing a weak side backer in the B gap, getting pressure. We have the Mike responsible for the back to the near side. Now, also keep in mind, we don't say the Vikings are lining up in a pro set. This is more instructional for the defense. I have to put that out there, because some people can't comprehend how instructional videos are supposed to be conducted. So now that we got that out the way, the Mike backer is responsible for the back to the near side. If there's no back to the near side, then he can be a free blitzer as well, getting that extra pressure, double B gap blitz. Now, what we're going to do with the defensive tackle, we're going to have this guy over the nose push in this A gap. He's pushing hard in the A gap, because we have the 4 technique, twisting, coming around the other A gap. So you're getting double A gap pressure, and we're also sending the strong safety here in the B gap, while this defensive end is holding court in the C gap, playing contain, and also keeping an eye on the back to his side, because we're sending the strong side linebacker on the outside. So you see how we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys going in with an occasion, with a possible 7. We're fine on the back end with coverage on the wide receivers and the tight end. So I think that right there could result into a sack or a turnover. But the Cowboys have to be able to get pressure on the interior versus the Minnesota Vikings. And I like the Cowboys in this ballgame. They're an offense that can attack every quadrant of the field. And on defense, they're going to be facing Christian Ponder, who was announced as the starter the other day. So I think they can get aggressive on the corners and get more aggressive in their pressure packages. So I like the Cowboys to take care of business versus the Minnesota Vikings.